everyone. This is Cabrina. I'm your new publicity director for the Hartford Artist Gallery. And I'm here today because of Artkina, and we're going to get to know her. I was selling some artwork, and she walked up to me and she was like, "You should come by the gallery." And I'm a new artist, and I was freaking out, man. I was like, "What? I'm not ready for that. I'm not on that level." I stopped by the gallery, and the rest is history. She is our art director, but we're gonna she's the spotlight today. So we're gonna take a moment, and as you can see, she's very humble. We're gonna take a moment to get to know her a little bit. Look at her cool artwork in the back. Um, she has so many talents when she's not at the gallery, but so let's take a few minutes, personally, professionally, both, whatever you want to tell us. And we want to get to know you. Tell us about you.
Well, I am originally from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, exactly. I left Columbus and went to college in Atlanta and really haven't been back. Like I visit, but I never went back to live. So
Wow.
I went to Clark Atlanta University, studied Spanish, international business, and met my husband down there by way of a friend, a friend that we both knew. And he got hired with Secret Service. So we moved up to the Maryland area. We started off in Silver Spring, ended up moving to Baltimore because I was at the time working for Customs and Border Protection.
I
We
see.
were Customs. I think we were, no, we were turning to Customs and Border Protection at the time before it was Customs.
I got it.
So once I switched over to moving here in Baltimore, we were actually in Baltimore County. We started our family between Atlanta and here in Maryland.
Wow.
So my last two babies are Baltimore born. Then we decided to do an overseas tour because he
Wow.
works for the government. So we lived in Colombia,
Oh,
Bogota,
wow.
Colombia, and we were there for 4.5 years. We moved back and we had to find a place that was affordable and good schools.
Yes.
And Bel Air happened to be it. So we moved here in 2019 and I found the arts, the Hartford Artist Gallery. Well, actually, the Hartford Artists Association first.
Okay.
Before I even, it took me a minute before I even knew where the gallery was because kind of
Yes. It's hard to
away back
find.
there.
Yes. Yes.
But I was so glad to find the association because I was looking for a community. When we moved back here, I decided that I was going to go full time as an artist and not and leave, the government altogether.
Wow.
So that was why I was looking for community.
Yes.
And sure enough, I joined, went to one of my first meetings, the was it membership meeting that they
Yes.
have, the annual
Yes.
meeting. And it just kind of snowballed from there. They put a call out for help, for a secretary. I decided to step in that role.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden now I'm gallery director. I don't even
Uh,
know what happened.
that's great. That's a great story. It's so funny. Well, by the way, Piquito Espanol. I know, mucho trabajo, todos los
Uh-huh.
días. I know little words, right? I
Right?
know poquito dinero, but my Spanish is horrible. So yeah.
Hey.
And I know a little bit about a P&L, but very little compared to you with the business side degree. You have a little bit, you're using both sides of the brain. That's like amazing, right? Um, so with that, can you share your journey as an artist? Take a couple of minutes to
Sure.
tell us. Yeah.
Yeah. So Okay, I started off drawing with my grandfather at like the age of 3.
Okay.
And from there, it just kind of went from not so much of a stick figure to, you could actually tell what was going on. So my mom and my dad decided to like help support that, put me in whatever programs we could find at the time. I went to an arts focused middle school, then it
Wow.
went to where I was at a arts focused high school. And unfortunately, that whole starving artist thing was part of their concept of how an artist is in the
Okay.
world. So that was not what I went to study
Okay.
outside of, after high school. And it ended up being what part of their concept of how an artist is in the
Okay.
world. So that was not what I went to study
Okay.
outside of, after high school. And it ended up being that I like tried to convince myself that being an artist wasn't what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Hobby, it's a side thing. And once I started working in the real world, I it started to really nag. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I really have to do something with this. So then when we were in Atlanta after I had graduated from college, a couple years in working with the government, I decided, okay, I have some time on the side. Let me go to the Art Institute and start studying like graphic design or something.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was going for graphic design. I did not get to finish because I ended up getting pregnant with my first daughter.
Okay.
From there, I decided, okay, well, I can do art on the side. So I started with my little craft company, and then we moved up here. So I continued to use the craft company,
Okay.
but because initially it was dysfunctional art with it was a play on words. So it was DIS apostrophe functional
Oh, I love it.
FUNXIONAL art.
Yes. Dysfunctional
So
art.
I
Yeah.
like to play off my name.
Yes.
And after a while, I was like, okay, well, that's kind of a negative tone. So let me
Yes.
find something else. And then once we were living here in Baltimore, like in the Baltimore area, I decided, oh, well, let me try Mo Artsy. So like MO apostrophe, I like the apostrophe
Yes.
evidently.
Yes.
Artsy. So
Like
you know
Mo
how you
Better
always
Blues, more artsy. Yes.
or
Yes.
Baltimore, that kind of thing.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yes. Yes. I love it.
I played off of that because my middle name is Monique. So it was just like a whole play
I
off of
see.
my name.
That's awesome.
Just been doing art back here. I work as a children's book illustrator for self-published authors.
Wow.
So that's more of like, it's like I like to call it a part with those authors because they're in most instances playing the whole role. So what I offer to them is a means of not just getting the illustrations, but designing the book and giving a little bit of
Wow.
guidance on how to do the whole process. As
Wow.
much as that I know, I'm not going
Yeah.
to say I'm an expert in the whole field, but working through Amazon's KDP or Ingram
Yes.
Spark or wherever the platform is, I create the file, make sure that it's uploadable for them. That way they
Wow.
don't have to fight too much with, trying to do the process. So
Yes.
I do that full time, but then I also work on my art on the side so that I have something to show in the gallery, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And it's just trying to work through all of that and volunteer at the same time.
That's great. That's fantastic. So you're like the conduit between folks who know they have an idea, they have a storyline, they know what they want to publish, but they don't know how to do it, how to get it done, right? Whether they
Right.
want paperback or hardback or whatever.
Right.
I got it. That's so cool. That is so cool. Okay, I know to get in contact with you because I have like a children's book idea that's been in the back of my head, but I've been procrastinating, so I know who to reach out to. That's fantastic. So when did you join the gallery? You said you were looking for like a family, an art family.
I
So how
believe
long
it
ago
was
was it?
2019. If it wasn't 2019, it was
Okay.
early 2020.
Okay, so you've been around. You've been around for a
Yeah.
while. And can you tell us what like why are you still here? Why do you like
Well,
it?
I like it because they embrace you.
Yes, that's true.
You know, you don't feel like, okay, I'm not at that level where I can put my work out no matter what I'm, producing at the time. Even if no one buys it, I like that people are able to see it, and Hartford Artists Association gives me that platform in the gallery. And it just feels like I have support all the way around. So
Yes.
like when my daughter, she wrote her book and I illustrated it, they were willing to show her book in the gallery as small
Wow.
art. So it's things like that where you don't feel left out, you feel included. So I really like that it's evolving, it's growing,
Yes.
you more people joining. Like I said, well, like you said at the beginning, when I saw you at the Hot Air Balloon Festival
Yes.
and you were doing your work there, I'm like, hey, come to the gallery. So whenever I see people,
That's
I'm like,
great.
hey, come to the gallery.
That's great.
Have you heard of the Hartford Artists
Yeah,
Association?
because I hadn't heard of it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was 20 minutes from me. Like it's 20
Yep.
minutes from me. So I didn't know. So that was like a huge gift you gave me. And I love that. By the way, what's the name of your daughter's book?
Oh, so shy with the exclamation mark.
So Shy. And
Yep.
that's available on Amazon.
Yes, ma'am. On
And
Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and a lot of different platforms
cool.
online.
That's cool. And she had the book at the gallery as well. That's so cool. Wow. So the last thing, because I'm not gonna keep you, but this has just been really good for us to get to know you. Um, if I'm, I love how you brought up like basically they wrap their arms around you to make sure, it's like a family. So if I'm a new artist and I'm a or photographer or a
Mm-hmm.
3D person.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never shared my work beyond my friends and family. And I'm thinking about joining the gallery because it's scary, right? It's scary to
Yeah.
do something like that. Uh, can you recommend, like, what's your advice to tell people that are thinking about being a member, but they're scared to death right now and they,
Right.
don't know what to do?
My advice, honestly, is just do it.
Yeah.
That phrase has been used so many times, but honestly, you just have to push past your fear. Like I said, the gallery is super, super welcoming. I don't know too many people that aren't welcome there. Like, if the only thing that would not be welcome there, I would think, is something that's obscene, or,
Yes.
because it is a family friendly place. So we
Yes.
just have to be mindful of that. But
Yes.
for the most part, why are you waiting?
I
Just
love
come
it.
on.
I love it. I love it. Yes, because it's like, a friend of mine, when I held back some art that I was going to sell, and she was like, no, you should sell it. She said, somebody out there is waiting for your art. And I was like, whoa, that was so profound when she said
And
that.
it's so true.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to give ourselves a chance, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
And why would you want to hide that gift from anyone that would be willing to see it? Even if like you said, it doesn't necessarily, you don't even have to sell your work. You can just have it in there to show. Not every
that's
piece is to be
true.
purchased. So just being able to share that part of you with other people, I love that the gallery gives that platform.
Yes.
And don't hide it. Just, share yourself with everyone.
That's that's so cool. That's so cool. Well, thank you. Thank you. So I can't thank you enough for this time
No,
and
thank you.
thanks for being our director and thank you for how you just show up in the world. What were you going to
And
say?
by the way, thank you everybody for being very patient with me because this is new to me. I have been like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? And Kim has
You're
been
doing
great,
great.
and Carrie's been great. Everyone has been great that has, helped me try to get a foothold on what I'm doing. So
That's
thank you for being
great.
patient.
That's all right. It's been a couple of weeks. We got to give you some time. So, uh, art enthusiasts out there, come by and support local artists. Stop by the gallery to see,
Yes.
Artkina.
And we've
Um,
got a lot of good, interesting things coming.
we
So,
do, we do, we do. The by the way, what the name of the next event is? Twisted.
Twisted Imagination.
I couldn't remember the rest of it. You guys have to come see Twisted Imagination. It's as twisted as it sounds. As a matter of fact, the director that's on this video like interview, she's taking volunteers. I don't even think you have
Yes.
to be a member, right, to be a volunteer to help out.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think you
so.
do. That part
Yeah,
I'm still new with, but I know that people bring children and to help set up.
to help
So
us out.
when I say
Yes.
children, I mean older kids, like
Okay.
teenagers,
Okay.
to help set up. So yeah, but if you bring them, try to get them to join as well.
Oh, that's exactly. We need members. We need members. We need so we're at 37 North Main Street behind the Armory. It's a beautiful little place. It's like a plant place there, an interior designer. There's a
And
cookie place.
cookies. Yeah.
Cookies, right? That people like come from all over to come eat these cookies. So, stop by to see us, and during the week we're closed on Mondays, right?
Yeah, the gallery is open from Wednesday till Sunday.
Yes, yes, till 6 during the week until 4 on the weekends, right?
Yes, that's
So
correct.
stop by the Harford Artist Gallery. Stop by Main Street and support the local entrepreneurs and businesses. They've been very supportive of us as
Yes.
well, right? And spread the word, share this video, and support local artists. So
Yes, please.
so thank you, super Miss Director, for joining the call, and thank you for recruiting me. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
it's my pleasure. No, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you were able to join and look at you. You're active. It's great.
How did I get here? How did I get here? So
I'm
it's a
having the
great time,
same thing.
right? So as an artist, it helped me build my confidence as well. So I can't thank you enough. And please, thank you for all you're doing. I love your painting in the back. That tree is
Oh,
so
thank you.
powerful. And how can we follow you on social media? What's your social media handle?
I am at Moartcee, Moartcee on Facebook and on Instagram. And then you can go to my website, which is www.moartsea.com.
That's fantastic. So please follow her. Follow the gallery at Harford Artists Association on Facebook, on Instagram. We're going to be on TikTok soon.
Oh,
So,
nice.
right. So, thank you guys for joining. If you have any ideas for future shows, let us know.
Yes,
But this is
please.
the Harford Artist Gallery Spotlight. And thank you again, Artkina.
Oh, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.